Hello, my name is Miriam. I'm the president for WECE this year, and this is our August general meeting. So I'm going to take you through the first half, and then you'll be able to go on to the Zoom call with the other half. So this is a link for our campus groups. If you scan that QR code, you'll be checked into our August general meeting. So make sure to do that. And then if you join campus groups, you'll be able to see all of the events that we put on there. So it's a great way to know what's going on with WECE. So this is the agenda for today. I'm going to talk a little bit about WECE. I'll show you pictures of the board, and then I'll speak a little bit about going virtual, and then you'll be able to find out what each committee is about. So what's WECE? WECE stands for Women in Computer and Electrical Engineering. We're an RSO that helps to promote and support women that are in the ECE community. Unfortunately, it is a male-dominated field, but we are trying to debunk some of the myths that are about the field and also lessen some of that imposter syndrome that occurs with everyone within ECE. So here are the women that are behind it. You already met me. My name is Miriam. We have Sonia, who is one of our co-EVPs. We have Sarah, who's another one of our EVPs. Kelly is our internal vice president, and Shannon's our treasurer this year. And in the executive board, there's a little bit more of behind the scenes kind of stuff where we see. So you'll see us around in events, but usually we're going to be the ones leading the general meetings and such. And here are the board of directors. We have Megan, who is head of mentorship, Tana, who is leading outreach, Rutu is leading marketing, Naki is our social director, Eugenia is our infrastructure director, Paki and Kirat are our co-technical directors, and then we have Pooja, who is our academic director, and you'll hear a little bit from them later on. For this semester, WECE is going to be virtual. All of our events are going to be uploaded onto our YouTube. Each committee will have its playlist on YouTube, uploading the different videos that they're going to do. I listed everything that you need to do in order to keep up with WECE. That wece.ucillinois.join URL is how you join our newsletter. You'll get a newsletter every Monday stating what events are going to be happening, any forms that you need to fill out, anything like that. All of our events will also be posted on our Facebook page, as well as the campus groups link that I showed earlier. And if you're seeing this right now, that means that you're on our YouTube. So like I mentioned earlier, we have 7 different committees. How committees work: each committee has a director, which you'll meet later on, and you already saw pictures of. You will hear each director also talk about having chairs for each committee. So a chair is someone who's going to work with a director in order to plan events, make events happen, host events, things like that. And the chair application for this year goes out August 31st. So if you join our newsletter or Facebook or campus groups, you'll find the application form for that. Now you're going to hear Pooja talk a little bit about the academic committee.
Really big. So having like specific office hours for WECE can be really beneficial. You won't have to wait in line, and you can get help with homework and stuff like that. And so that's one part of the academic committee. And the other part is lead code. So we have lead code sessions that we organize. They're usually once a week. And if you don't know what lead code is, it's a website that you go on and you make an account, and you can basically practice a bunch of programming problems at different difficulties. And it's like a really good way to get started and prepare for internship interviews and stuff like that. So we hold lead code sessions every week, and we have a bunch of academic workshops throughout the year, like usually related to things like internships, research, and like different opportunities that you can get on campus. So I'm looking for 3 chairs this year. In the past, this committee has usually had 2, but I'm trying to integrate a new branch into the committee that focuses on like keeping up with academic opportunities, since it's going to be really difficult since we're all virtual right now. So that's what the academic opportunity chair is. So there's that. I'm looking for a lead code chair who can help plan and organize the lead code sessions with me and maybe take over and teach sometimes. And a workshop chair who can just do basic things like help me organize the workshops, time, place, and advertising and things like that. So if you're interested in joining the committee and becoming a chair, my email is over there, and just let me know.
Thank you, Pooja. Really quick, I want to intervene. I should have went through this earlier, but the way that WECE works is we have an exec board, which you met earlier, and we kind of do the behind the scenes kind of stuff. Then we have our regular board, which are the directors of each committee. And then in this year, if you guys want to get involved and you're not already part of the exec board or a board member, you can become a chair, which means that you kind of work with the director of either committee that you're going to join, and you can help them plan events, and then whatever else they need, you'll be there to help them out. So that's how that works. And you'll hear a couple of directors kind of explain what kind of chairs they want. So if you're interested in that committee, keep an eye out for that.
Hi again. So really quick, if you have been involved in WECE in the past, especially last year, the Mentorship Committee has kind of restructured, especially to compensate for the switch to online. So ideally, these changes will result in a really good experience for you guys and really great opportunities to still gain some things from our committee while being virtual. So I've kind of broken down the Mentorship Committee into two parts, and that's kind of relating to the goal that I would like for this committee this year, to provide mentoring resources, so training and connections, so connecting with other people who are interested in mentoring of any type, whether that's peer mentor or academic or professional, as well as providing a comfortable environment for discussions. So this relates to our workshops that we're going to have. We're going to have monthly workshops discussing different topics relating to mentoring. For example, what is mentoring and why should you care? As well as skills that you might be able to use not only at your time here at the university, but also in the future. So I am looking for 2 chairs to help me plan those events. And then I'm also looking for 2 chairs to help me run the lean-in events. So if you've come to any of these events in the past, these are really great, more intimate conversations about topics that might not be discussed really in just your normal day-to-day conversations, or especially not in a class environment. So these are things that really are going to be focusing on making your time here and as great as possible, and making sure that you are still taking care of yourselves mentally, physically, and all around. So really, we just are looking to provide that kind of support to you guys, especially since we're all remote. So yes, so I'm looking for 4 chairs total. If you're interested in being a chair, or if you're just interested or have suggestions for topics that you'd like to see from the committee, please reach out to me. Email or Slack, either one is great. But yeah.
Okay, so outreach committee is just basically working with the surrounding kids in the local schools here to expose them to ECE or just science in general. So we have when it wasn't virtual last year, we had workshops with kids to teach them about to show them real world applications about the topics they were learning at that school, like renewable energy and building Edison robots. So this year, because we're going virtual, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel that will also be under the WECE's YouTube channel, to film easy experiments that the kids can do at home that also apply to what they're learning at school. And then later on in the year, there's the EOH project, where we also design a friendly interactive project that's mainly also for the kids. And I'm looking for a chair this year, so if you're interested in joining the outreach committee, you can email me. I put my email down on the slide. And also, like, I put a QR code for like a form to fill out if you want to join outreach committee, just like with your name and email, and when like you're free to meet, so I can decide on like a weekly meeting time that we can meet.
And really quick again, in case you guys don't know, EOH stands for Engineering Open House. I'm sure the technical committee will go into this a little bit more in depth, but basically it's like this event where all of the engineering RSOs, and I think it's only open to engineering RSOs, but if they have a project, they can go and showcase it during Engineering Open House. Again, I'm sure technical will go into more into it. Thank you, Tech.
Hi guys, sorry. So I'm Navi again, and I'm part of the social committee, and I'm really excited for more people to join it because it was such a great way for me to meet so many people just because it's a great way to get a smaller community of girls and just build connections with them, whether that's professional or just friendship based. And it will help plan so many fun holiday events, and we also have weekly meetings, and they're usually called Tasty Tuesdays or Foodie Fridays, and we get food and we chill out. Sometimes we play card games, sometimes we just do our homework, but there's always music on, and it's such a great environment to be around. And all the girls are super nice, and people from other committees usually join too, so it's a great way to meet new girls in ECE. And this semester, I'm looking for 2 chairs, the resource acquisition chair and the event planning chair. So the resource acquisition chair would acquire the materials needed for events such as the holiday parties, maybe getting out and going to buy the snacks that we need for the weekly meetings. And then the event planning chair would just help plan and coordinate all the events that we would decide to have. And this is a great way to be able to be a part of the planning process. And it's just the plan out that to help eat and be.
Navi, you're cutting out a little bit. If you want to repeat that last part again. I don't know if you're just completely frozen or
Okay. Did you get about when I was talking about the chair positions?
You were explaining the event planning chair before you cut out.
Okay, the event planning chair would help plan and coordinate the holiday parties and get plan the meetings that we have each week. This is just a really great opportunity to help see how the events actually pan out. Like a lot of times committee members are able to actually go to the events, but not everyone is able to see how the events go about. So great way. And you guys feel free to contact me whether you're interested in becoming a chair or not. Even if you're not interested in becoming a chair, you can always still come to weekly meetings and be a part of the amazing events that
again, the infrastructure basically involves all the coding related projects that we do here. That's a little video of the whole screen.
You're also cutting out.
Oh no.
Go wait, just try to start over. I think you're good now.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Eugenia. I'm the infrastructure director. So I work on all things coding, website related at WECE. So on the website is where
We heard the first part and then it started getting all garbled.
Oh, well.
Wait, speak now. Hurry up. Go.
You can work on this React websites using Next.js framework. If you're interested in learning more, join. No experience, it's all good.
Okay, and I will say the infrastructure committee is really, really cool. I don't know if you guys have been on our website, but it's one of the coolest websites personally I've ever seen. No bias intended. And yeah, Eugenia is super cool too. So if you guys want to get some coding like practice in a more casual setting where it's not class, highly recommend.
All right, so I'm the marketing director. My name is Rutu. So what marketing does is we aim to really advertise all of our events just to get more people to come and just more members to join WECE. And we also design a lot of the logos and merchandise for WECE. And we also manage like the Facebook and the Instagram and things like that. So it's honestly a really fun time. This year I'm changing things a little. There used to be only 2 chairs. This year we're going to do 3 just to help get banners out on time and really advertise all of our events because it's super important with the Zoom meetings this year. So I am looking for 3 chairs and, I'm going to look for someone that's a little bit creative and just really wants to promote our events. If you don't have any experience like making like banners or posters or ads like that, that's totally fine. But yeah, just come with like a creative mindset. So you can reach out to me or you can make sure to follow us on our Facebook and Instagram, and they're listed right there. And that way you can find out more about our events and everything we're going to do this year.
Hello, everyone. I'm Paki. For the technical committee, I'll be focusing more on the workshops. So basically, we organize events that help with skill development amongst all ECE members, or even if you're not ECE, any skills that would help you when you're working in the industry. We try and collaborate with companies in Research Park or other corporates or even other RSOs. We like to explore as many different focus areas as we can within ECE, and hopefully we'll be able to organize some recruitment events and other tech workshops throughout this year, although we'll be going virtual this time. And then,
yeah, so another big part of the technical committee is the engineering open house project. I know Miriam explained a little bit, but I think it's a really good opportunity for people to get some, real hands-on experience working on a project that's a little more long-term than something you would work on in one of your classes. You should definitely join our Slack channel to see what we're up to. There's a meeting time poll up there for when the weekly meetings work for you, but if you join the Slack channel, the link is up there as well. And I like anybody who's interested, please show up to our first meeting so we can take a poll of all your interests to make sure that we're planning stuff that appeals to you, that we're not just like, if it was up to me, I would just do space stuff all day, every day, but I'm sure that's not what everybody's interested in. So we need to make it work for everyone.
It's a great thing to have on your resume. The engineering open house project, it's a great way to get hands-on experience. So definitely if you want some experience with that, definitely join our committee. We're looking for 2 chairs, one that would be handling the project chair. Kirat can expand more on what responsibilities she wants for that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So for the project chair, hopefully you're somebody that likes working with people, but also has some technical skills. But don't worry too much if your technical skills are like specific to one area, because I have like a couple different pools of skills I can pull from. So if you're interested in being more involved in the project from like a planning perspective along with implementing, you should check out that opportunity.
And I will be needing a workshop chair that could just help me plan events, come up with ideas, help me advertise, market the events, and just have a good time. If you guys are interested, both of our emails are there. You can email either one of us, and as Kirat mentioned earlier, join our Slack channel and definitely try and use the meeting time poll so we can decide on a meeting time.
And I will say, even though we are fully virtual, If the technical committee does plan to have any hardware shops where we can't really do it in person since everything's virtual, WECE is willing to ship them to your house. So if you're part of technical committee, and even if you're not like in the US or in Champaign or Urbana right now, you can still join and still be a part of it.
Yes, definitely. And we have a question in the chat. What have the past EOH projects been? Sarah just expanded a bit on that, but yes, we've done a magic mirror and Alexa Pi. Last year we were working on a robot painter, which was almost there, but then we all went back home. So that was there. And then previously we've also partnered with EarthSense, which is from Research Park, and try and help build a soil sample collecting robot with them and stuff like that. So it's good stuff.
Now some just upcoming events. So Union Pacific is having having a U of I alumni speak about her kind of journey with IT and Union Pacific, I guess. They are hiring for summer internships, but since Union Pacific is like a railroad company, their summer internship opportunities also kind of apply to us since it is IT. So any of your computer engineers or electrical engineers, make sure to scan the QR code if you're interested. And the information for that is September 1st, 6 to 7 p.m. Again, the slides will be sent out later. So just in case you don't get it now, you'll be able to get it later.
All right, and then Tanya and I will just go over some of our upcoming corporate events. So on the left are the planned events. So these are the ones that like have a date and time set out and confirmation from the company. So some of our tech talks coming up within this month are with VisaSat, Eaton, Samba Nova, and HubSpot. And then the dates and the times are listed right there. And we'll be sending out some more information on what those companies do. And then from the tech talks, you can kind of expect them to go over that in more detail, and then also give you some information about how you could possibly get involved with their company in the future.
And for the stuff that is currently being planned or in the works, we do have a Capital One coffee chat that's planned with WCS, which is Women in Computer Science, and SWE, which is Society of Women Engineers. We're also planning Code Ada with WCS, which is a beginner-friendly hackathon as well. And that's a lot of fun. We also have a corporate tech talk that's currently being planned with Accenture as well.
And
just to let you know that you should share your resume in our resume book. We'll be linking that later on in the newsletter. That's a great way for companies and sponsors to actually get your resume. There have been some people who have actually gotten internships or had interviews from a resume book itself.
And I see what's going on in the chat about the newsletter link not working. We'll try to get that back up as soon as we can. I'm not sure why it's not working, but we'll double check and then maybe we'll figure it out. Yeah, okay. So again, these are all of our social media ways you can keep in touch with us. And I think that was it from all of us. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to like put them in the chat or unmute yourself and we'll be here to answer some. Oh, and I should say, everyone was talking about chairs. The chair application form goes live August 31st. So as soon as we get our newsletter link working, and you guys can sign up for our newsletter, that form will be linked in our newsletter next week on Monday. So keep an eye out for that. Can you become a chair if you're a freshman? Yes, freshmen are like the chair position is usually geared towards freshmen. So if you're a freshman, please do not be discouraged to apply. If you're a sophomore, junior, any of that, senior, you can also apply, but the chair position is welcome to anyone. Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, if you guys can't sign up for the newsletter, usually all of our events that are happening are also posted on our Facebook with the Zoom links, and the share application will also be on there. So if we can't figure out this thing that's happening with the Zoom link or with the newsletter link, just check our Facebook. Yeah, I think you should email the committee director. I can't speak for them, but I want to say that even if you are going to submit an application, either way, they'll know you're interested. And just doing so, they'll, keep an eye out for your name when you put in your application. So it's kind of like, oh, wow, they're double interested.
I guess since Maren was saying she didn't want to speak for other people, I'll definitely speak for myself. Please do send me emails if you're interested. There will be an application as well, but like she said, it would be cool to get more detail.
Yes, definitely. Please send us emails, and even if you have like questions right now, you can ping us like individually if you have questions specific to the committee. Yeah, and I'm academic director. I'd also like it if you guys would email me if you're interested to be a chair, because like she said, the applications are going to be going out August 31st, and if you email us soon, we can maybe set up meeting times or something. The whole process will just be a lot faster and smoother. So yeah.
Hi. So do we have anything which is in person this semester, or is everything virtual?
I'm gonna say everything for this semester is virtual. We still haven't decided for the spring semester because it's kind of a far ways out, but just so that everyone has the opportunity to be the same level of WECE members as everyone else. Yeah, I think everything will be virtual, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Also, if anyone wants me to go back to any earlier slides, just so that you don't have to do that later, let me know and I will. Okay, I'm gonna say it's safe to say that there are no more questions. If anything comes up and you guys do have questions, you can reach us on any one of these platforms. You can email us, reach us on Slack, whatever it may be. It was nice seeing some of you. Oh, yeah, we did. We talked. If we want, you can go back to that slide. Pooja's also here if she wants to talk a little bit.
Yeah, I can go over it quickly. You don't have to go back to the slide, actually, it's fine. So yeah, we're basically divided into 3 main parts, and I'm looking for 3 chairs. That's a workshop chair, a lead code chair, and an academic opportunity chair. So what the committee does is we organize a bunch of academic workshops like internship panels, research panels, and stuff like that. So I'm looking for a chair just to help me, find out more opportunities and put them out there just so that they're more accessible, and to help me plan the workshops and organize them, all of that stuff. I mean, right now we're virtual, so it'll all be on Zoom, but just setting timings are convenient, stuff like that. And we host office hours for different classes. Like we used to do EC 120 and 220, and those classes are really big and they're really popular classes. So it's really helpful. You can just come in and do your homework, get some help with your labs, and you have the benefit of not having to wait a long time like you do in regular office hours. And you can get help from upperclassmen. And yeah, Lead Code, if you don't know what that is, it's just a website where you can solve a bunch of coding problems, and we do that together, and we help each other and stuff like that. And we have like someone hosting or teaching the Lead Code session just so you can get more familiar with how to use it. And if you have any more questions, you can email me. My NetID email is right there. It's pkb2@illinois.edu.
I actually think I think this is how you say her name, Esther, maybe Ether. But her question is very important. She asked why WECE so fun. Sonia did put an answer to the question, but I'm gonna have to say that I don't know. I can't figure it out. just all around, just an amazing community, you know. Very, very fun girls to be with. Get to meet amazing people, but unfortunately, the answer to that question is still unfound till this day. Okay, if and no one else has any questions, again, reach out to us if you have any. We will be in our next newsletter. A bunch of upcoming events will happen. The form for the chair application will happen. So just keep a lookout for it. And then if you think you missed anything, just go to the Facebook, scroll through there. Everything will be on there. Thank you guys for coming and watching and listening in. And hopefully we'll see you soon and get to meet all of you guys soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.